But yo, let's get into it. Let's go in real quick around the board at the scoreboard. We talked about some of those games that already went down. Let's start here in Baltimore. We guys talked about that a little bit. Baltimore killed Seattle. Lamar went off. What happened to Seattle?
I don't know, but I think the buildup of it, everybody was hyping up the game. I think I was watching Undisputed, maybe Stephen A. I don't know, somebody's show, but they were basically saying that this game was for Seattle to show the world that they were legit. Like, if they can go to Ravens territory and beat them down like they've been doing, man. But that didn't happen, Sean. That did not freaking happen. No. The Ravens 37-3. Seattle didn't even score a touchdown. Man, Geno Smith, 157 yards, 1 interception, no TDs.
Yeah.
Were they exposed?
You know what? I'm hoping so, because the Seahawks play Washington next. So I am hoping that they were exposed to the nth degree. All right.
They're about to take all their anger out on y'all.
Right. I'm not looking forward to that one. All right. But yeah. Honestly, Seattle, I was really kind of upset about this because, I mean, I saw we were going to play them next, but I'm also like, I've been shouting out Geno, Kenneth Walker, Pete Carroll, that defense. I've been shouting them out all year, and I'm like, you laid an egg like this against the Ravens?
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But I will say, on the Ravens side, you were thinking that the game was going to be more so Lamar. It really wasn't more so Lamar.
Yes.
Man, Gus Edwards put in that work. I mean, he got the 5 carries, 52 yards, but he got those 2 TDs. I mean, Keaton Mitchell got the touchdown. They didn't even have to use Lamar. They just used that running game and pushed it. And the defense did what they needed to do. I mean, we've been talking about how great the Ravens defense is, but I think they just put the world on notice that they're pretty damn legit.
Oh, yeah. When they're healthy.
That's a great defense that's able to – no touchdowns. There's only a few teams that are able to do that, Sean.
Wow. There's only a few teams that get beat 42-10 as well. Moving on. All right.
I see how you do me. I see.
Yo, we have to go to probably the best and most exciting game of the weekend. My Commanders get back on the winning side and get the W over a dominant and tough Patriot team that gave us everything we could handle. My quarterback, he epitomized. This game was made in one play. 3rd and 23. The wide receivers are covered. Sam drops back. He's not seeing anybody. He rushes up the line. 5 yards. He gets hit. It looks like he's going down. No, he breaks the tackle and he gets the first down. Does he hoot and holler after that? Does he start?
He was pumped up. He was pumped up.
He gave the ball. He went right back to the huddle and said, "It's go time. Let's go." Now, I will also say, when we were driving down the field right before halftime, he did throw an ugly interception. Yeah. And I proceeded to walk outside of the place and yell pretty loud for a good period of time. I was not too thrilled with Sam, but he was able to come back. Jeanette, honestly.
And that was in the end zone, right? That was like, you guys were getting ready to score.
Yes. Jeanette, honestly, I don't have many positive things to say. I was extremely upset most of this game. We took it down to the wire. And I think what this is making me challenge my view of my team. I know. Everybody knows I love my guys. I think they're so great. But maybe we're just as good as New England. Maybe that's kind of where we're at right now. I know. Breaking news. I just said it. I don't think we're the best team.
It's a rebuild year. You guys are, I mean, come on. Just this past week, you got rid of 2 of your great players.
Yes.
For you guys to come out and win the game, now I will say the fourth quarter was unamusing. It didn't really, y'all just held them, and it was great. I mean, the fact that you held them, the fact that you won after getting rid of players, and I know we were talking about with AJ, the morale can get a little shaken up. You had to do it. I mean, Sam Howell, the one positive that I can give is Sam is going to be a great guy. I mean, he seems like, I feel like Washington always has a quarterback that's willing to push. Because Heineke had the drive. He wanted to push. He wanted to run. He did the great things. It's just you got to build around him. And I think that's what you guys are going to do. It's a rebuild year. The offensive line is still the offensive line. Nothing has changed.
Right.
So, I mean, you got to get what you can get, and W's, take them. As you can get them, take them. That was a game that you needed, especially with Mac Jones miraculously coming back for these games and doing things. You guys beat them. I would take the victory and roll with it. I mean, you do got to go and get a heck of a schedule just like the rest of us. But I will say that you guys, I mean, I would not be disappointed. You guys did it. But I knew that interception in the end zone. I knew you were pissed. I knew it. I knew it.
I was hot. You already know.
It seemed like he just threw it right to him. Like literally ran to the sideline, and you thought he was getting ready to just go out or something, and he just
yeah. And I remember looking, and when I finally calmed down, I came back, and I was like, all right, maybe let me look at another view. Maybe he saw something and he tried to stick it in there. No, there was 3 guys around him, and you couldn't even see the wide receiver.
I mean, direct pass. There was none because I definitely looked too. I thought I was like, oh, something's wrong with that. I went back and I was like, no, he threw it directly to. I mean, just
right to him.
Straight lob right into his hands. I'm like, wow, why did he throw that? I mean, you were right there to run out of bounds or something. Yeah, no. But Washington football, it keeps you energized to the very last second, and I know you're tired of that. Like the last second, like, are we going to do it?
I think we've had one game this year where we can actually relax in the second half. Actually, I don't know if we have had one game this year where we can relax.
I was going to say, I don't know.
Atlanta, we were up by 2 scores, and then they came back, so we couldn't relax in that one. We had to pick it. We had to have an interception late. We couldn't relax in this one. Oh my goodness.
No. I think the last games of all, even the Broncos game, you won by 2 points.
Yeah. We couldn't really have not been able to relax this year. Breaks. No. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any coming up soon. Seattle, we play y'all twice. I know we got the Giants. We got San Fran, the Jets.
The Dolphins.
Gauntlet. The Dolphins, right. The daggone gauntlet, man. Not looking forward to that. Not looking forward to that. Yo, we're moving on. All right, I gotta move on past this. Yo, you talked about our old quarterback. Hey, he got the start yesterday for Atlanta. Taylor Heineke and the Falcons lose to Josh Dobbs and the Minnesota Vikings 31-28. Janae, this was a sneaky good game with 2 quarterbacks that are notable backups, but they played good.
They played good, and the crazy part about it is Dobbs. They said Dobbs didn't even talk to any of the offensive players.
Yep.
Didn't do any plays with them at all. Just literally got the book to study. Came out there, looked like a freaking monster.
Yes.
Like he never missed a beat. And Sean was saying, I think Kat had told him that he's got photogenic memory.
Yep.
Which I totally believe.
Yeah.
I totally believe it because I was telling somebody when they were saying, Cardinals beat us. I'm like, they beat us the year before too with Dobbs. Dobbs is good. He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He just got to get a team. And I think that it's sad that Cousins has gone out like that, and prayers up to him to get better. But I think they're in a good position to have Dobbs. Yeah. Dobbs just needed a good team to get by. I mean, they can do it. The Vikings are sure enough able to do it. They just were not connecting. Things were not. I don't know what was going on this year with Cousins and getting the players the balls. I think Dobbs can do it. And I mean, think about what happened, and it's happening.
Yeah, you absolutely predicted it would happen. And I mean, think about that. Not only did they not have now Kirk Cousins, Dalvin Cook was traded away to the Jets. Yep. And then you also don't have Justin Jefferson. So you're playing with backups, and Dobbs, man, he went out there, guns blazing, and went toe-to-toe with Taylor Heineke, which we know. Taylor, he might throw an interception or two, but Taylor is going to get that team amped up to play. And
it looked good.
He did. He looked real good. And I think, honestly, going forward for both of these teams, they might not have found their guy for the future, but for this season, I think Dobbs in Minnesota, I think he could potentially turn that around. And I think Taylor Heineke is going to be good for Atlanta.
100%. I absolutely think the same thing. But, we got to move on, Sean. There is another game we got to talk about because this NFC team is a quiet sleeper. They should not be slept on. The Saints 24 to the Bears 17. Once again, the Saints do it. Once again, they're 5-4, and they're still in it, winning games. It is the Bears, but the Bears have had some good games lately. But it's the Bears. But Carr was able to do his thing: 2 touchdowns, 211 yards, no interceptions. It looked good.
Yeah, and that Saints defense came to play. Obviously, Justin Fields didn't play in this one. Tyson Bagent was still in the ball game. But, hey, the Saints, they came out. And look, this thing was tied. Later on in the game. The Saints were able to get it done. Montez Sweat out of the Washington trade, he actually played in this game for the Bears. And they've already paid him almost $100 million, on a 4-year extension. So, he did a little bit in there. But I think at the end of the day, it was the Saints being able to do just enough, just a little bit more to get 100%. Over the hump and get that dub, man. So, hey, but yeah, you're right. They're a sneaky 5-4, and right now a potential playoff team. And it's like, oh, okay.
They definitely, they right there at the wild card, right there. It's just they're right there. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But we got to get on. There's some teams that we just don't even need to talk about. They did not need to get rid of Dobbs because clearly. The Browns beat the brakes off of them. 0 points scored by the Cardinals. 27 points scored by the Browns. 2 touchdowns, 219 yards. Deshaun Watson looked a little bit more healthier than when he came out this time. The health scare of if, P.J. Walker was going to take his job or not. No, he's not going to take his job. Deshaun Watson came out, did his thing, scored. Amari Cooper got a touchdown that game. Clayton Tune. No, not the quarterback. I don't even understand. Maybe what did they get for Dobbs? What the Vikings got for Dobbs?
I think they got a pick, but they wasn't a high pick. I know that.
Yeah, they probably should have kept Dobbs because Clayton Tune didn't do nothing. 2 interceptions, a grand total of 58 yards. 58 yards. I don't even think I've heard of a 58-yard game.
Nope.
From a quarterback.
Nope.
Yeah, so we don't need to spend much time on them. Clearly a total domination game, which is crazy. I will say the Colts and the Panthers, the Panthers still suck. 1-7.
Yeah.
Not getting any better. Bryce Young, like AJ said, these young quarterbacks are not doing much.
Not doing it.
Just Bryce Young. He's really not doing much.
Really. He's struggling.
It's bad. It's bad. Yeah. It's bad. But Gardner Minshew went out there, scored his touchdown, 127 yards. They got my boy Jonathan Taylor running the ball, 47 yards. They got the job done. Surprisingly, they got the job done. I'm shocked. But the Colts do it again.
Yeah, they got it done. I think this was more on Carolina's deficiencies than it was on the Colts because just like you said, they didn't have over 100 rushing yards by any of the running backs. Gardner Minshew did enough, but I think it was more in the fact that, the Panthers are they're having a rough season. This is it's not going to get any better anytime soon. Let's go overseas. Let's go to Germany for the very early game. Kansas City holds on to win 21-14. Janae, this thing was 21-0 going into the half. Didn't think there was any hope for Miami. Then all of a sudden, Miami starts clawing back. But towards the end, they get to midfield, and then all of a sudden, the one pass from Tua was just, it's like, wait a minute. And then he fumbles the next step, and that's how the game ends?
Game over. And the thing is, the Chiefs still don't look like the Chiefs. No, they still don't look like the dominating Chiefs we all know. But they got the W. this is like is Miami who we thought they were coming out? You know, making 70 points.
Right.
It's still the same team, Sean.
That's the thing, because Miami now, whenever they're playing a tough team, a Buffalo, or like the Chiefs, they seem to struggle. They can't get it done. So it makes you wonder, were we too quick to say Miami's the, Super Bowl caliber team? We know they have an offense, but that defense, man, and Ramsey's back too. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely a little shoddy. Definitely a little shoddy. Shout out to the Chiefs, though. They did get it done, 21-14. Definitely a shocker that it went like that, because I definitely thought the Chiefs would have more points on the board since it was 21-0 early.
I thought that thing was going to be a blowout in the second half. So
100%. It just didn't go that way. It is what it is. Sean, the Packers pull it off 20-3 against the Rams.
And just when people were asking questions about Jordan Love, now all of a sudden you're able to crush the Rams like this. Shout out to, Jordan Love. I mean, he's a lot of people saying he's on the hot seat. I've been one to ask questions. Is he the right guy for Green Bay? This doesn't really sway me because the Rams have been struggling too. So good win, I guess. You know what I mean?
I guess. Yeah, I guess. But they won. They got it. Aaron Jones started turning the ball, getting the ball like they should be giving it to Aaron Jones, 73 yards, a touchdown. Luke Musgrave actually got a receiving touchdown. I'm still not sold on Green Bay. They're still, 3-5. Nothing to write home about, but they did get a win against the Rams, so shout out to them. But what's going on with the Rams, Sean? Like, are the Rams... Cooper Kupp is back. Is he not really back because he doesn't look too healthy? I don't know.
Look, they don't have the running game. They don't. The O-line is suspect. But still, just to put up 3 points with Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, you have weapons. So it really makes you wonder, man, do they need to blow things up? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, now Stafford didn't start this game. Brett Rippon, the cousin of Super Bowl 26 Washington Redskin Mark Rippon. Let's go. He played in this game, and look, they couldn't really get the running game going. They couldn't get the pass going. It was just a rough day all around for the Rams.
Rough. All right, and we got to talk about it. The last game of the night, the Bills and the Bengals. The Bills take another L, ladies and gentlemen. They are 5-4, and the Bengals look like they are coming back. Joe Burrow looked hot. 348 yards, Sean. 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. Looked pretty daggone good. Mixon got a touchdown. But my boy Josh Allen, what's going on with Jay Allen?
I don't know. I think he having to do too much. He's their leading rusher. He's their quarterback. I mean, he trying to get it to Diggs. He's getting to his tight end, but at the same time, he's just having to do too much. He cannot be the running back and the quarterback at the same time.
Y'all got running back to handle it too much longer, man. But we've been talking about this now for a couple years. He's always doing the most. He's got to do everything for the team. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I just think that this is a real struggle. And even if it with his rushing yards, it was only 44 yards. So it's like, come on, you don't got nobody that can get better than 44 yards on your team. At least Mixon's, getting it in, on the other side. I just think it sucks because Josh Allen is not going to be able to sustain doing this.
No, he's not. And I mean, hey, we've said it multiple times. The Bills are the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde because this game wasn't close. The score said, a 1-score game, but the thing was 21-10.
It was bad from the beginning.
It wasn't pretty. Yeah, it was not pretty.
It sucks though because it's like the Bills got to get it together. We got to play the Bills. The Eagles got to play the Bills. I think it's
we already played them. We're done with them. No, we already played them. And that was my birthday gift, a 37-3 whooping. All right, so I don't want to talk about Buffalo. Good gracious!
It's okay, Sean. They did play Washington,
Yes.
They were good then. They're not good now.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what's happening, but I do think the Bills got to get it together. It is not a time where they could be playing around. I mean, right now, Sean, the Jets have a better record.
Woo.
Right now. Less losses, but they only have 3 losses. They've got 4 wins, where the Bills do have 5 wins, but they have 4 losses. So technically, right now, it's Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Patriots.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
Wow.
Like,
Buffalo.
insane. So, and the Jets are only 2 games away from getting to the Dolphins. So, the division's up in the air. We still got time, but the Bills, they are shaky right now, Sean. They are definitely shaky.
Yeah, unless they, I mean, look, again, they're 5-4. It's the middle of the year, but like you said, they have a gauntlet ahead of them, and this is one of those games that signified that. The Cincinnati Bengals, to their credit, they started rough, but we know this: when Joe Burrow and them boys get it going, it's hard to stop them. And Jamar Chase had a rough game. T. Higgins was the one who had over 100 yards. You know
100%.
what I mean? So
yep.
Cincinnati, hey, they're firing all cylinders, but the the Bills, you're going to have to play Cincinnati, a KC, these tough teams in the playoffs. So you better figure it out now.
Get it together right now, because the playoffs is definitely going to be looking a little different on the AFC side.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.